Hi everyone, it's Thursday, December 19th. This is Liam McMahon with your daily video. It's 6:30 p.m. here on the East Coast, so about half an hour before the Tokyo Open. Go ahead and take a look at some of the price action we saw today. In general, fairly quiet day as we approach the holidays. That will likely remain the case. Keeping my eye on yen pairs, though, as they look primed to continue their march higher, pending the Bank of Japan's monetary policy statement due out later tonight. So take a moment to look over the risk disclaimer, and then we will jump into that. Okay. So here's CAD yen. I've been looking at CAD yen for a while. If you have been paying attention to my charts, there used to be a little triangle or a little rectangle here marking off this resistance area. All right, you can see it came in 24th of July-ish, the 18th of September-ish, and then this past couple weeks it's been chopping up there. We finally pushed through it, and it looks like CAD yen may be prepping up for a move up towards new highs. Not new above 101 highs, but new recent highs. Since at least this July peak. We do have this topside trend line resistance here at about 98, so that's something to watch. And then we have these two trend line supports. But in general, CAD yen looks pretty good, and also looks like it hasn't had its big move yet. All right, if we click over to dollar CAD real quick, you can see perhaps why. I mean, CAD did well today, but in general, it's been sold pretty heavily here against the dollar. Dollar CAD rising really from 105.75 and breaking into new highs above 107.20. So pretty sizable rally, especially for this pair, which tends to be a little bit slower. I do also like dollar CAD longs. I mean, the ideal level would probably be about 106.40, but I do like those higher as well. We'll get actually into some CAD crosses in a minute. Let's finish up the yens. Dollar yen to me isn't one of the more attractive options technically. It's pressing up against the top of that wedge or channel, basically at the really recent highs, 104.35. We're at 104.28 right now, so 7 pips off the highs. But really, it looks as though it's going to prep for a move higher, so maybe some sideways movement. But right now, there isn't anything really that clear. On dollar yen. On pound yen, okay, look, we already got the break and we're consolidating above it, so I continue to look for new highs in pound yen. Euro yen, all right, it's still holding within this up channel. Not my favorite yen pair because of the way that euro dollar looks, and actually really the euro doesn't look that great across the board. I mean, just a quick look at euro pound tells you why I prefer pound yen to euro yen. All right, Aussie yen and Kiwi yen. All right, Aussie yen, major resistance is about 93.75 right now. Its support level is a little bit more vague, I suppose, now after we broke down out of this channel. But this topside resistance still intact at about 93.70, 93.75. Not my favorite one to buy. If you were to short yen pairs, of course, Aussie yen would be a decent one. And then we have Kiwi yen. Kiwi yen here is dicey, unfortunately. This triangle is really nice, except for this nonsense here. We do have a breakout now again on Kiwi yen, which is worth a shot. Major resistance, though, one of the reasons I'm not super keen on Kiwi yen is these year-to-date highs here at 86.4, which is about 100 pips above market. So, I mean, you have some decent upside, but it seems pretty capped by there for now. And also, all right, the way that Kiwi dollar looks after breaking out of this triangle, the way that pound Kiwi looks, okay, break out of the triangle. The way that Euro Kiwi looks, it hasn't broken out yet, but it still looks like it could be. Not super keen on owning the New Zealand dollar, so not really looking that heavily at Kiwi yen. All right, so let's do these CAD crosses real quick. EuroCAD has pulled back from this chopside channel resistance. I am not a fan of longs for a couple of reasons. So I see that there is room, all right, to the downside. And when we look at CAD Swiss, which we'll do in a second, that will confirm that. But I'm looking at how well we've pressed against this topside trend line. All right, really, we came up here. We dipped. We came right back to it. We haven't visited anywhere really south of the middle of the channel for quite some time. And I'm not really in a huge rush to sell EuroCAD. I'm not a fan of owning the Canadian dollar against anything except for the yen, really. So That's why I'm not huge on EuroCAD. 147 stands as resistance, and if we dip, you could find a nice buying opportunity at about 144. That's the 200 period EMA here on the 4-hour chart, and then this trend line comes in just a little bit below it. All right, so then let's look at CAD Swiss. I had a request for CAD Swiss. I actually do like CAD Swiss to the upside, and I'll tell you one of the reasons for that is I really like shorting the Swiss franc. So here's euro dollar. Looks like it's going to try to test that trend line area that's circled just above 136. And here's dollar Swiss. All right, it's trying to break out off of its somewhat significant descending trend line. All right, I have to kind of redraw this, but there's some pretty significant trend lines going on here that we're challenging now. Even just this moderately lengthy one still dates back to the beginning of last month, all right, and it's gotten quite a few touches. So the Swiss franc, I think, is a very shortable currency right now. Of course, the CAD is not my favorite one to do it with, but we do have a nice range break here. Looks like it's trying to base. I will feel a lot better if we get above 84.35. That's the 100 period EMA on the 4-hour chart, and it looks like 85.20 is going to be your first major resistance level. That is actually 85.20 is a level worth highlighting on CAD Swiss. It's this swing low, and it's this 200 period EMA on the 4-hour chart. So 85.20, 85.25 is actually a very significant level to watch on CAD Swiss, and I would expect there to be sellers lining up there. Other Swiss pairs, Aussie Swiss breaking out. Okay, this is going to be a general theme. Kiwi Swiss is really ugly. I haven't actually looked at Euro Aussie in a while. Euro Aussie has support about 153.21. But Aussie Swiss, like I said, broken out. Dollar Swiss looks good. Pound Swiss, if and when it loads, okay, looks very good here off that 144 level. This previous range low held spectacularly well, and I actually missed it, which is a shame. I don't look at Swiss pairs that often. And it looks like I would think that we would manage to push up to 148 or even these 149.22 highs as the range just stays intact on Pound Swiss. And then last but not least, let's take a quick look at Euro Swiss. Euro Swiss at resistance. Don't sell Euro Swiss. It's not a great plan, but this is a resistance area. I would not be surprised to see some profit taking here. Although, you know, with this pair, it's a little bit odd because of the manipulation. So, Aussie dollar. So, worth clicking out here to the weekly chart of Aussie dollar, just so you get an idea of the significance. All right, there's air all down here. All right, this is the last hurrah for Aussie dollar bulls. So if they're going to make a stand, they're going to make a stand here. Here's the daily chart. I'm looking for some sort of reversal candle to maybe take a stab at a long. This isn't good enough for me. If we get another green candle here, if we manage to break back above 89, I don't mind being long the Aussie here for about 100, 125 pips. But I'm not getting excited until we clear this down sloping channel here. We need to get above 91. Until there, I mean, the downtrend is firmly intact and fairly strong. So that's what I'm really looking at here. I don't think I covered pound dollar. Let's do that real quick. This is the daily. Pound dollar's in a weird place right now. All right, it's kind of just hanging out. This weird spike to the upside. Being held up right now by its 50 EMA on the 4-hour chart. The major level to watch, the profit-taking new long level, is going to be right here about 162.50. All right, 200 period EMA and a couple of different trend lines all come in that area. So that would be a major area to keep your eye on for if you're looking to buy or if you're short and need a target. All right, so that's what I got for you today. Pound CAD finding some support right here as well. That is definitely worth a look. That's what I got. Happy Thursday. Remember, it's going into the holiday season, so don't do anything crazy. Do some studying, some resting, some back testing, whatever you got to do. But don't expect the markets to oblige you with a whole lot of volatility. All right, so have a great night, and I look forward to talking to you soon.